Hello and welcome back to Soin playing a different game in each video. Today we are playing Magicraft, a game about theory crafting, or more exactly, wand crafting. In short, you play in a distorted Harry Potter universe where you are the most powerful user.
You're a wizard. I'm a what?
Play laser tag with your enemies. Summon unspeakable horrors from the void, like these guys. Destroy the universe with the power of the sword. And much more. So join me in my quest to find the best wand. We got our first weapon of the run, a ray of disintegration. It's like a glorified laser gun, with high DPS output. Now I can cook my enemies with the power of lasers, which is very satisfying. And the first relic. This relic will give us more movement speed and 20 more legs. Also found another power, a big spider, that will suck the life force of our enemies. And it also has big damage. With the power of our newly found summon, the first mini boss fell down quickly, without any kind of problem. And it gave us another wand that will give our spell status effect, like poison or freeze. I think you got the gist of the game already. If you ever played Binding of Isaac or any kind of roguelike, you're familiar with the design. You beat a room, you get a reward, you get stronger. And the goal is to have an overpowered build that will launch out the entire room. Now on to the main boss of the area, a spinning ball thingy. Classic first boss mechanic. It didn't pose any kind of threat to us. I already made my mind that I want to make this laser the main weapon of the run. Maybe with some other weapons as the support for it. And with our newly acquired wand, we have double the lasers, which means double the fun. The second area is kinda like a big fortress with ghosts and knights as the enemies. Nothing fancy. But what we need right now is a way to increase the DPS output of our lasers. I know they look cool, but I want more damage. Now look at that. I can see the enemy's health bar. And my neck is fucked. Now onto some annoying enemies. These jars, man. How the hell I am supposed to dodge all the projectiles? Especially what items I have now. They also regen health if you don't destroy them on sight. Oh, what do you know? Intercept enemy spells. Haha. And the mini boss of the area is this guy. Master of Mind, he says. He reminds me of the Devourers from Baldur's Gate. Well, he's a little more ugly than them, but he's very easy to defeat with my lasers. Now I have two spooders. And here he is, the Falling Knight. This guy has quite a bit of HP, but he's kinda dumb, so he poses no threat.
Yoink!
What do you have here? Another Ray of Death? Don't mind if I do. If only I will find another one, because I can combine three of them in one more powerful. And the main boss is a cube. A goddamn cube. I kinda see a pattern here. The first one was a ball, now cube. The next one is a triangle for sure. And done. Easy peasy. Okay, he has a second phase. I was thinking that the fight was way too easy for the second boss. So what can you do? Oh, you also have lasers. Another laser brother. Nice to meet you. Another move. More lasers. It's a triangle. Not foreshadowing at all. That's nice. The evolution of the triangle. And he's dead. Awesome. On to the last area. The thematic is hell, I think, but the borders of the screen remind me of gold games on an arcade. You know, those places where you would insert a coin and play Tetris or Chicken Invaders, if you ever heard about that game. So we have bone enemies. They are somehow dividing in three parts. I don't really know the logic behind it, but it's fine with me. Come on, give me the laser already. Guys, I think I fucked up. I don't have enough mana to use the goddamn thing. I had to switch to my old wand to be able to cast the newly crafted laser. If I didn't have it, the run would be lost. Not completely lost, I would still have the spooder, but he's nowhere near the strength of the laser. On to the next mini boss, the Void Imp. This guy's attacks are quite nice. He's like an artist that draws on a canvas with his brush. The canvas was the goddamn arena, and the brush would be his entire body. And the goddamn ink color would be this hellspawn black thing on the ground. He's quickly taken care of, and we can proceed to the next challenges. Another type of enemy. What can you do, my friend? What the hell is on my screen? I didn't mention before, in this area there are no walls. If you went on the left side of the arena, you would appear on the right, and top to bottom, and vice versa. This is an interesting technique that I really like. But that doesn't mean that I can keep track of all of these enemies that use this mechanic. Another enemy, another thing to keep track of. It's a goddamn heart. And he's the nearby mobs with his aura. I'll deal with you first. Then I'm gonna do a sick transition to the boss. So here we are, the final boss of the game. Let's see what this guy can do. I expect the fight to be more challenging than the rest. Okay, I see you. You have a projectile that can track me. Come on, you need to have something better in storage. Yeah, you have worms. Worm is lots of HP, that is. Get back, you disgusting swines. There's so many of them. And you also have a laser, like me. And I will not go into it. I don't really need to know what are we doing with that. Nice, second phase. Another attack. That is more like it. And it looks like he has a third phase as well. That is quite surprising. Let's see what else you can do. The fight is way more challenging now. Lots of projectiles to dodge. And he even has evolved worms. What the fuck is happening? The controls are not working. Oh yeah, I think I know what happened. It reversed my controls. You have a nasty trick up your sleeve, mister. And yeah, I'm fucked. Great. It was a close one nonetheless. We're not gonna give up so easily. For the second run I will go with the summoner build. That means that we'll have a shit ton of these guys. Let's see how are you doing against this one. I didn't think these furs of balls will be so good against the boss. And they are not even upgraded at all. I can't wait to have an army of them. And the final boss of the chapter is a hanging ball. Much gaming. Such wow. He didn't stood a chance. These are literally DPS machines. Another summon. Now we have 3. We just need to find the refinement room and we are set. The second mini-boss has fallen as quickly as the first one. Pop plus. Now that's what I like to see. I know that we have multiple summons in this game and I definitely want to try a build with each and every one of them. I think the only one that I don't really know how could I build is the previous Pudar from the last run. Now I want to present you the one that changed the run completely. Are you ready? They are beautiful, but unfortunately I can no longer distinguish what are allied projectiles and what are enemy ones. So I need to turn the transparency down a little bit. Much better. You can clearly see what I need to dodge. Now look what you have here, guys. 20% more efficiency on the secondary slot. Maybe you know this, maybe not. But for the people that don't understand this, I will explain. The current one that we have has secondary slots. In our case, it charges each second. In that way, it summons our spats. If we overcharge it, we can get more summons and that equals more damage. Explanation done. Back to the video. Let's see how the build is going versus the heart. Not so good. It seems like we are missing some damage. The utility is here, but we need more power. Talking about power, we just got it. For each curse we get 10% more damage. And we already have 2 curses. And with my massive head, I made the only rational decision before the boss fight. To change the build a little bit to use butterflies. Now the boss will die by the power of the 1000 paper cuts. It's working. Fly, my beautiful creation. Fly. The worms again. But before I was alone this fight. Now I have my trusty companions. Pop and the void tentacles. Can you please stop that? I'm trying to make a video here. And you are not helping at all. You can scream as much as you want, but you're done for. And there. Here is my build. Editing this, I see that it could be improved a lot. You thought we are done. Same was I. But the game just had to slap me in the face with 2 additional zones. After a couple of failed runs, I want to present you another build that I cooked. Behold my creation. It's a big sword. Well, technically there are 2 swords. Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you anything. I see big dick damage. I like big dick damage. Now on to another new zone. The Abyss of Antiquity. It's just an over-glorified public pool, in my opinion. Here we have the local douchebags that are flexing their muscles for every woman in 20km radius to see. They don't know anything else. The lifeguard that, in his path to saving an old ass guy from drowning, makes hundreds of collateral damage, pushing children left or right just to give CPR to the old geezer. Look at him. Now he's angry that the guy actually responded to CPR. The local middle-aged housewives that have a bunny tattoo on their left leg. And of course, we shouldn't forget about the bully that is terrorizing everyone with his dumb pranks. And I don't really have an idea of what real world representation to give these guys. I mean, they shoot lasers. Final boss of the area, the Abyssal Lord. I don't know, man, but he really reminds me of the Lagoon fight from the last epoch. If any of you tried that fight at the game release, you know that it was rough, man. Very rough. Besides that, the fight went quite good. The mechanics were nice. He spawned tornadoes like Java from arcade. Yep, she's for arcade, not from League of Legends. Waves of tentacles and waves of water, if you didn't figure that out. Now enough of my commentary and look at the fight. And for the final area, I just want to show you how much a curse can fuck you up. If I didn't have the teleportation curse here, I think I would have beaten him, but sadly I got thrown into too many projectiles and my HP was gone. I even got his second phase, where he's quite annoying. Throws some kind of swords at you and they are very hard to dodge, for the first time that is. Before going to my last build, I just wanted quickly to show another build that got me almost to the end. With this character you have better poison stacks. I don't know exactly if the poison effect has a low damage or not, but this was the problem with the build. Not enough damage. And unfortunately the same boss fucked me again. No, not the centaur. This guy, Thunder Beast. Fucking bullshit. And now for the final part of the video. The build that stayed with me until the very end. Arrows, butterflies, thunderbolts, and a whole lot of mana. I present you the ultimate sniper build. Now it's time to destroy the last area of the game. If you don't want to spoil the last bosses, you should stop watching the video now. If you do, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed my creation, please subscribe and give it a like.